If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody'd be surfing like California. You'd see them wearing their baggies, Warachi sandals too, a bushy blonde hairdo, surfing USA. You catch them surfing that day, the Brewer County line, Santa Cruz and Fresno, Australia, Caribbean, all over Manhattan, down the Meany Way, everybody's gone surfing USA. Well, I'll be planning on a route we're gonna take real soon. We're waxing down our surfboards, we can't wait for June. We'll all be gone for the summer, we're on safari to stay. You tell the teacher we're surfing USA. Agonies and swans, Pacific Palisades, San Francisco, Dino Beach, LA.
Welcome everybody. It's really a great pleasure to open this series of webinar to go for the Division G. Are you ready to go surfing? Our goal today is to give to every club in the Division G some basis of graphic design and some simple tools to make good graphic to communicate your club activities. About me, I'm Julia, and for those who don't know me, just a very brief story, I swear. I'm an architect as a background, but I've never built any house like you. I'm fond of communication, both visual and spoken. And after being freelance for 3 years, I found a creative studio called Co.me. You will have all the social media and website and mail to get in touch with me in the Google Drive folder we prepare for you. And after the webinar, we will give you the URL. So let's start. So, how to be inspired by good example and how to recognize good or bad graphic design. Well, I think that you all know that it's a matter of balance between the elements, and in some minutes we will see how to balance elements. When I have to give an example of the worst advertisement ever, I'm sorry about them because I love them and their shop, but I must use the kebab advertising. Let's see something. All right, you can understand why. Those are very bad examples. You see already some images on the worst background. Too many things, too many writings, too many colors, too many of everything. So let's see another example with the kebab guys. On the second place we have the plumbers. On the right side you can see the plumbers advertising, and even if someone like the guy on the bottom right are a little bit provocative, that is a good way to advertise. They always communicate in a very bad way. But the worst of the worst is the guy on the left side that is an advertising agency, an advertising company. So I hope for you that you never meet this guy for your advertising. Again, too many writings, a match of color that it isn't very good, too many types, too many fonts, and really the worst of the worst. So let's see some good example for our eyes. Uh, those are some advertising, and maybe they also have been awarded. As you can see, the difference is quite clear. A picture, some letterings, few colors, and of course a good idea behind the advertising. Let's see something else. This is wonderful for me. True colors. This is just a message, but it's so powerful, so strong. And you see, this is the first important rule for a good graphic design. You need white, you need space, you need air all around your message, your your image. White and space is like the silence and pauses in our speech. White is important to underline, to make stronger our message. So think about white, space, and air all around your message, your images. This is another wonderful example. All the advertising is based on the little sentence on the bottom right. It's sugar free. All right. So we will see in a minute that it's not just the right image, it's not just the right font or the right colors, but first of all is the right idea. This is another very good example. You see, the great idea is to focus on only one message that is also the product of the brand, the hat. But the hat change the message quite on a opposite side. So it's the hat that change the message. So it's really a good idea about graphic design. So let's start by a recap of what we have seen till now. We see on the kebab graphics too many colors, too many images. So about color, use no more than 5 colors. I suggest 4 or 3. The less you use color, the more your graphic could be nice from an aesthetic point of view, because it's not so easy to manage colors, right? The same about typography. You should always use some very readable fonts, and not more than 3 or 4. We will see in details about the typography, the use of typography. Then layout. This is very important. So you need to drive, to lead the your user uh, to a sort of hierarchy in your graphic design. So you need to focus the attention of your user, of your viewer, on your main message main images. So another very important tool is the alignment, and we will see how to do it. The callouts. This is the same message I said before. You need to highlight only one key information um, for your graphic. If you put too many key information at the end, the user, the viewer, will get confused. And space. We saw this advertising about true colors and pencils. You need space to be to make your message readable and underlined. Illustration. For sure, illustration are very powerful tools. Our brain works by images, so think about using an illustration or icon set, as you saw on the right side, because illustration, images, and icons can convey the message easily and faster rather than writing a lot. The same for the data. If you need to convey some data, please be poor in your graphic, because we need to focus on images and graphics one at a time. And then proportion and simplicity. Clearly, you need some good proportion in your graphics. Sometimes we see this graphic with a big logo. Logo is already made to be memorable, to be recognizable, so you don't need to make a big logo in your graphic and maybe the message is just few lines and too small to be read. So give the right proportion to your message and your elements. And simplicity, we will see that the main message, the main quote is by Miss van der Rohe, less is more. So keep it simple. It's really one of the best rules for your graphic design. Let's see the idea. As we said before starting a graphic design, you need an idea, you need a concept. Let's see a very good example of the idea of a concept. Are you ready? It's really hard and strong. The sooner you advertise here, the better. As you can see here, you can also have an idea that can be declined in different graphics, in different advertising. So this is the first. So the message, it's quite clear, and maybe the next time you will pass through this advertising, you will see this one. So again, the sooner you advertise here, the better. And once again, and I swear is the last, the sooner you advertise here, the better. I think this is genial. So let's always have an idea before starting a graphic design. I show you some Facebook cover of my club's meetings of last year. Oh, sorry. This is another very amazing idea. This is a very amazing idea, and you see that the idea is everything. The concept is everything. No particular use of graphic design, but this is an amazing, a very cool idea. It's just a face, but it's really impressive. Going back to the examples, for example, this is the election day graphic for remembering the meeting in our club. And you see, I took the way of communicate of the US election, and this is effective because uh, it gives you the idea of the election. Sure. This was a joint meeting, so my idea was um, to mean that even if we are two different clubs, we can do something together. So the ends together are the concept that can give the idea of a joint meeting. Going on, this is a nice idea, using a very well known actor, and so don't be mute. Come to our meeting to learn how to speak in public. And the last one is just few weeks ago. Back to school, back to Toastmaster. A very happy child, happy to go to school. Was this simple idea to communicate how happy we were in going back to Toastmasters meeting. Well, we saw some good images. So, how to choose them and where to get them. This is really important, beginning from the background. So, which is the right image for my graphics? Well, it's important that the image is linked to the concept. As you can see, the image tells you already something about the message. Uh, there should be a clear emotion to convey, a good shot, of course. Colors matters, as you see before. Everything is made by two or three colors in these examples. Going back, you probably need some area with dark colors or with the uniform background to put writings on, and important free of copyright. As you can see here, I had on the right side all the space to write my message. Going on, where can I get some good free images? Some example. This is Pixabay. As you can see, the shots are really nice. Maybe it is quite well known, this website, so sometimes you find on other advertising the same image you choose, but it's a risk we can run. Another that is not so known is on splash.com. Very, very good pics to use in our graphic design. And then you can go back to Google Images. And I'm sorry I had it in Italian, but it's the same for your website in English. You can go in this copyright uses, so and you can flag the last one, so you can use it by non-commercial use. That is our use of images. You see here a very good example. It is the poster of a movie, of a film with Gérard Depardieu, and you can see the pick is very effective, it's very strong, but we also have the right background to write the actors, to write the title, and everything is aligned on the center, so the focus is on the main character and on the title as well. Another good example is this one. It is a poster of a festival, and I think it's really nice because it's really colorful. You have this guy playing the guitar, and you have all the space, clear space to convey your information. And you see, this is quite um, how can I say, uh, a poster with many information. It's quite plain, but uh, everything is balanced in the graphic. So going on, why we don't talk about fonts, how to choose them and where to get them again. Well, my rule is no more than two, right? So it's easy and it will be simple. But if you want to exaggerate, you can choose three phones. I really love these pictures. It's incredible. I was planned, I was not, me neither. But if you choose two, as I suggested you, be aware that you need to use no more than four different sizes. If you use many sizes, you will give the idea again of a mess like the kebab guys do. This is a nice example. As we are not a graphic designer, we think that using artistic fonts could give us the flavor of a good graphic design. Yes, it is true, but only for the headlines and logos. So use the artistic font for logos or your headline, your main message, but after the description, the information should be written with a simple and clear font. You can see here a good example of combination of two different fonts. So you can use a simple font for your main message, and you can use an end script font for a second message, or the opposite. It doesn't matter. The important is that you balance even here the use of fonts. This is a good example of the simple rules for good typography. So you can read this use of typefaces. Again, not too many. You need to give the message a hierarchy using different size of fonts, and the typeface must be legible, very readable. About sometimes we always ask ourselves, what about aligning the text on the left, and what about justify it? Well, the rule is that if you keep it on the left, a line of the left, it is more readable. If you justify, it is aesthetically more uh, good. Is nice. Is nicer. All right. So it's up to you. This is a nice poster, very simple and I think effective. And let's discover the secret of this advertising, of this poster. You see, it's the grid, the alignment. More or less, you always have alignments on something, on some elements. So if you are drawing a graphic for your meeting, for your Facebook cover, use the rules and keep some good alignments, and you will have a successful graphic design. Free fonts. If you Google free fonts on your browser, you will have a lot of free fonts to download. Some good example. This is a urban font where you can already type part of your message or the naming of your logo, and you can see the logo already in the right font, so you can quickly choose the right one. Another good example is this one, Font Space, because on the right side you have already an example of the use of the font. Let's go into the choice of colors. How to choose them and make good visual. Colors convey, first of all, emotion. You see, this is an example. This is an infographic. You will have the whole infographic in our Google Drive folder. Color increases brand recognition by 80%. This is because colors conveys again emotion. So let's have some example. You see here, red gives you the idea of energy, love, strength, sometimes also danger, but most of the times passion. So you see Coca-Cola, Pinterest, Red Bull as well, and some other examples. Yellow is most of all cheerfulness, and so McDonald's. Blue is stability, trust. So Facebook is a very good example, and you go there like to pink, purple, and black, or blacker and white. Again, some idea of combination between emotion and colors. You know that it's also the contest. You will see that some colors give you different emotion. The same color gives you the same different emotion. It depends also by the contest, and I think it's really interesting how the colors are perceived in different area of the world. This is important if you make some graphic that goes to international pages, because you can give different message even if you don't know or you don't want to the Western or to the Eastern culture. We have also some good tools. This is really a professional one, Adobe Color. You will see here a print screen. You can create your own palette, but I suggest to go to Explore, so you can use some ready-made palette to convey your message. Again, this is the rule I've already told you before, not more than 4. If you want to be very elegant, you can use 3 or 2. Let's make a little exercise. This is a very well known and beautiful movie, I think. And it was really a colorful movie. This is um, the Grand Budapest Hotel. And if you see here, we already have many colors. So let's make an exercise. If we want to put a title on the on the up side, up right side, what color we choose? White. White is a good answer, yes. Black, the same. Or we can dare also to choose some other color. Let's see an example. The yellow of the old lady skirts could be a good choice because the area in yellow is really a small one, so it could be a good a good balance in choosing this color. But as you say, white is okay, and we can also make a stronger choice using the violet. Of course, this purple is the one that is already in the picture. Don't go to choose another kind, another blend of purple. Let's go to the illustrations. We already said before that they can give us a very good help in underlining our message. So you can choose some free illustration, some cartoons, or some good background for your message. If you don't want to use an images, this is a very good idea. And you can use icons, colored icons or black and white. You have here two very good websites um, to download free icons. All right, let's go to the Toastmasters brand manuals rules. They are really important. You have everything here to use the logos and images and whatever in the right way. You also have on the right side a very brief but effective video. So you can download the brand manuals. I've already done it for you, and you will find the two brand manuals in the Google Drive folder. What you need to know that is important, something about colors. So you have the main palette and the other Toastmasters branded colors. You have the RGB code, and also the code we use in most of all of the tools. And then the uses of the logo. It's quite simple. The two rules are using the logo as it is, and not to put, as you can see on the last line, the second image with this quite colorful background. You do not put the logo on something really colorful. It's quite easy, and you need to read the main idea. Also about fonts, we use Gotham. First of all, if you don't have Gotham, you can download it, and then you can use the second choices that are Myriad, and another one that I can't remember right now. So, time for a little break. Do you have any questions? Good, everything clear. All right, so we can go straight on to the second part, that is a part of exercise. We go deep in the graphic design using two different tools. But first of all, before making some exercise together, just give a very quick view to the formats that are really important. Here you have a good infographic about the dimensions for Facebook pages. That is our first tool to communicate with members and also with the outside world. So for example, you have the dimension of the cover photo. Remember that you have some bottoms on the bottom side of the cover photo, so don't put message or writing over there. And what I need to focus on here is about the shared image. They have some dimension, some minimum dimension. But if you want to show them really clear and not pixelated, as we said, you need to make them 1200 per 630 pixel, all right? So you will see all the suggestion about the Facebook image, about share video, share link, your icon and whatever. Okay, let's go to the exercise. Let's go to GIMP. It's really a powerful tool. Is more or less like Adobe Photoshop, but it's free. This is the good news. And it is an high quality photo manipulation tool, so you can do everything. You have to practice a bit, and I will put in the Google Drive folder some the website, the video tutorial I found in English, Italian, and Greek. So you can have a look to this exercise we do together. Download the software and then follow some tutorial. It's quite easy. The only idea you have to put in your mind is that it works by layers. So it's like you are drawing on different layers, and the best way to work with it is to put a single element in a different layer, so you can modify it always when you make a graphic, and you can create a model for you. For example, I created a model for my Facebook page cover, and then one times to the other I will go and change the formats, the lettering, the image. So I have a single format that is good because it's recognizable, it's always the same, and also I save time. So let's make an example from scratch. I go to my GIMP. Here it's already open. As you see over there on the left side, you have the tools, and you have also the label that says what is for. Here you have the layers, and in a minute we will start. So let's do a new image. I will put here the numbers we see for a good image, Facebook image for your post. So it's 100, 1,200 and 630. So here you have your dashboard with your image white. You see here you have already a layer called background. I want to put down an image, so I will go to open an image, sorry, on my desktop. That is this one. I'm trying to make a post on Facebook to motivate my fellow members to go straight to their goals. So let's see, the image is, my canvas size is 1,300, so I would like to resize it on my 1,200. So I choose on the left side the scale tool and I click on the picture. It says to me that is 1,300. So I click here to maintain the proportion in between vertical and horizontal axis, and I write here 1,200. So it changes also the other the 8 of the image. So I press scale. It will do it for me, and I simply go on the right mouse, click, and as in every standard tool, I click on copy. I go here and the same, edit, and I click paste. So I have my image. I choose the move tool and I can move my image here. So I will put it up there. All right, then I want to write some message on it. Okay, so we want to write a message, and I go to this tool. I draw a window in which I will write my message. That is, are your goals near to be impossible? You know, it's ready for the image. So I change my color. First of all, I put white because the background is quite dark. I change my font here, type font. I type GOT and it gives me Gotham, so I go to Gotham medium, for example, and then I change the size. Let's see, 30, it's a little bit small, so all right. And here I can change the alignment. So are your goals near to be impossible? Okay. I go back to move just to see it. All right, for me it's okay, just a little bit up. And then as you can see here, we have the background and the image as a background, and the writing here as another layer. I can duplicate the layer, so I already have another message. I will put it here. That will be my closing message, and then I need to make another little little writing in between the two. So I draw a window and I write dot dot dot. If you have the right tools, all right. Again, I put it in white. It's okay. Again, Gotham, but I will choose Gotham light. I put 50 maybe. All right. And so now we have, as we said before, the same font but different sizes and different format. So I will change my closing message. That is, oh my god, let's go back. I took it from a famous claim. So here we are. As you can see, we have we can put off the grid and the layer boundaries, so we can see the image, everything together. What I want to show you is that this writing here is not so legible because the background is not so dark, but a very nice tip is to have another layer here and use the blend tools. So make a new layer, go on the left side and choose the foreground to transparent, so black to transparent, and you can make here a blend layer, you see, but you have to move up the writing. And if the layer is a little bit darker, you can go to the opacity and make it a little bit lighter. So here we are. You have here your wonderful graphic design to motivate your Toastmaster to go even with incredible, sorry, what happened? With incredible goals to achieve, because if you have the right tools, impossible is nothing. So you will go and export the image, and you see here you have already PNG, and let's go to desktop, to my desktop, and export the image. If you save the file, you can use it next time to make another Facebook post. Here we are, so ready to upload it in our Facebook page. So go back to our presentation. The next tool I want to show you is canva.com. It's really interesting. It has ready-made graphic and easy tools. You have to go online to work on it. So here we are in canva.com. As you can see, I have my own account, so I suggest you to register to have your own dashboard and your own projects. Let's see Let's imagine that we want to make a cover, a new cover for our next meeting. So I choose the cover, the Facebook cover, and you see I have already some graphic, nice graphic mm, to choose. So I can go here, for example, and let's imagine this will be my Facebook cover for the next Toastmaster meeting. So I've already here some text, and I go on it to modify it. My claim for my meeting could be, let's face um, public speaking fear. All right, so it's a little bit big for me, so I selected, and I go here and I choose 30, 36. It's okay. I can also move it because here I want to put my Toastmaster logo. So I can also change color if I want. I go for white, and then I change my color in gray, for example. I need here again white for my Toastmaster logo, so it has changed something here already. I don't know why, but it's okay. Let's leave it like this. And I want to put my logo here, so I go here to upload. I've already my logo uploaded. Okay, so I can put my logo here. It's not bad. We can change it in gray. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't work. So undo, and I can leave it here. It's not the best one, but um, you can work on it, and so you can save it and share it on your Facebook page. So go back to our presentation. I will close with this quote I've already said to you at the beginning. If you want to know the main rule of graphic design is this: less is more. Someone says less is more. All right, is it okay? But if you want to have a good graphic design without being a graphic designer, the simplicity is what can drive you to a good graphic design. Here we are in our Google Drive. This is the address, the URL, where you can find all the infographics we saw together. You can download the presentation and have some useful tips and useful website to go to the tutorial for GIMP. Let me introduce this amazing guy from the District 59. Nelson Emilio will be the next webinar presenter. Save the date, Tuesday the 24th of October, the same time, and he will give us good example for our personal branding. So thank you so much. See you next time, and have a wonderful surfing on the graphic design. Bye bye.
Surfing USA.